burning question. Hey. So naturally I'm talking about fires in Los Angeles. So we are still in the year of the dragon, and Los Angeles has burned to the ground again. I say again because we've already been here. Aspects of Southern or Northern California a few years ago, we had massive fires. The strength of the narrative around propagandists and climate change was still at its strength. For all I know, this statement will be getting me in some sort of trouble. We'll see. But this makes kind of perfect sense with a whole year of the dragon situation. And then what I also find interesting, the more I think about it just off the top of my head, Year of the Snake is next, of all things. And what is a snake but a dragon forced to crawl on its belly and stripped of its ability to breathe fire, and has now been somewhat reduced in size. Eh? So I'm wondering if we're going to feel a semi-post Garden of Eden kind of vibe in the Year of the Snake, because this dragon energy then gets foist to crawl on its belly. But it's a wood snake, meaning that it is in relationship to its certain it's in relationship to the fifth element here, right? And that can mean a whole lot of interesting things to think about. And so it is fascinating the way we can look at these fires as we're looking at everything in question. And an interesting picture to be seen is a storm and over the city, and an incendiary drop, glowing orange, dropping from the storm cloud. It's a low storm cloud too. This is like a low weather burst, and it's very concentrated to where it's only raining in like what looks like about a mile around. Like, this is like footage being taken from like outside and elevated. And there's several blasts, and it looks thick, almost plasmatic. Not really like the way lightning really looks, but kind of moves like it. Like, for real. How's it going? For real. We have also seen the circumstances lined up for it, and with everything that we're looking at, and the unfortunateness that, the circumstances, if you're not looking at what was going on with the fire and its general sense of behavior as such, etc., etc., I seem famous to you. Oh, that's good. That means I might, like, actually make it because I fit famous credentials until I sabotage myself. wait long enough, I will sabotage myself. You'll see then. But anyway, so with these credentials, well, not credentials, what am I thinking? With everything that we're seeing in the situation, right, you can easily dismiss half of it as it's dry and there was a storm, etc., and they were also fools because of everything, right? You're talking about people that are living in a place, they're not even fucking paying attention to the management of their infrastructure at all. It's you're watching from the outside. Like, you would have to be placating the madness of these people, right? Because let's just say they the first and foremost reason why anything had to happen at all is beyond any kind of smart city agenda. They're clearing it out for a smart city. Yeah, they probably are, but I bet that this incident was not so much about that, considering everybody that was hit, per se. And I don't know what to think about whomever, right? A lot of celebrities allegedly lived over there. Like, celebrities that I would have imagined lived in gated communities. These people didn't live in gated communities? I mean, I get it. They're in a community probably of high trust for them. But, like, this is what happens when you spend enough time kicking everybody that has your best interests at heart. What are you doing, Alfredo? You're acting very, very suspicious to me. And I am going to put you in a 5-minute timeout because you're acting suspicious to me. Obviously, I'm fucking okay. Don't bomb me with those weird... I don't know what the fuck you're doing. That's not welcome here. Don't do that to me. I probably won't even be here 5 minutes. Maybe you'll get lucky. So... you get, like, having this conversation means you're going to have certain people that have incredible amount of Schadenfreude because, ooh, the libs are getting it and they did it to themselves, right? So you feel great because you're not responsible for any of it. In fact, you're anti-responsible for it because you warned them, right? And so, in this case, you're allowed Schadenfreude. However, these people have children. These people have people that they trust, that trusted them, that didn't know any better, that don't act and do the horrible things that they do, that they don't realize is, a false virtue because of the delusions they're all living in. Too, and there's just, hey, listen, I can comprehend this idea of, it seems like we all like each other here. Awesome, right? Like, you'd have no reason to have a problem with, like, your fire chief and all that shit, right? We've seen who this fire leadership staff is. They've shown us this, right? And so I say that there were targeted individuals within this situation that needed to get wiped out in the process. I don't think it's an accident that the Getty Museum, I mean, it's attacked to me on last time I heard on Facebook from people also deeply paying attention. And so unless a new fire sprouted up and got it, um, since last I heard, no fire was able to reach it. I did hear that the fucking philosophical, or not philosophical, the sophological, Manly P. Hall's thing. Apparently that fucking burned. That sounds terrible. So you see, I don't like. There's 5 seconds of Schadenfreude, but dude, I'm Schadenfreudened out. It's not fucking fun. It's not fucking fun, and these people are only hurting themselves at this point. They're not hurting me, but now they're hurting shit that I would consider to be fucking, treasurable, right? Those archives are treasurable. I'm sure there's a lot of good and decent people. There might even be fucking celebrities there that are not fucking bad people. But this is what's fucking happening. And so this makes me think of the lessons that people took way out of fucking context as the nervy people on edge about evil as they are nowadays in my social circles, The Gifts of Baal by James True. I would recommend, if James True is someone you want to check out, if you want to check out something interesting about human psychology, Gifts of Baal. This is the issue of where the Gifts of Baal is effectively when the wicked consequences of your foolishness to agree to a monster's terms because of your misplaced trust reveals this terrible evil. And then you see how people either double down on their attachment to it and hallucinate that it is better than it looks, or hallucinate that it's even worse than it looks. Although usually the latter side is looking at it properly, because many people are not trying to make it look worse, except for, radicals, pure heart radical types, like born again Christian types, and whatnot. And in fact, they may not, it's not necessarily that they're even misjudging how evil it is, but that they have a bad characterization of evil because they don't understand the evil entity by which they're whatevering, right? Because, they're not in their hearts worshiping an evil entity, but their entire hallucination, their entire way that they perceive it, is coming through their hallucination of the world they read in the Bible, or the Quran, or the Torah, or whatever. And, religions are too much about controlling you. We decided at a certain point that mythology wasn't sufficient for the human soul. The human mind had to be enslaved. And so we created religion. And then robbed us of our mythology as a replacement and called it evil. So I need to get to the shopping for a few things over here. So I hope you guys are well. Like the drones in New Jersey, this is a mixed bag of things that opens up several conversations about climate science, about weather warfare, about city municipal planning, about smart technologies, about arsonists. It's multifaceted, just like the drone incident of last month in Jersey was very multifaceted. So try to keep focus and organization. It's a difficult thing for many to do. We hope that those listening to us are emulating the wisdom and the rationalities and the logic. You know, trivium foundational influence. All right, my friends. I'll catch you later.